Today I came down to Wild Camera to check out the ZF, and in addition to the ZF, there's a photo exhibition going on. So there's lots of gears, lots of cameras, lots of lights, lots of things. So let's take a look around. So there was a full-fledged photo event going on. You had vendors from all over: Fuji, Olympus, Sigma, Canon, Sony. Just about everybody was there. Also, Aperture. Let me put it this way. All the brands that you can think of for photography gear was at this event. It was huge, much bigger than I expected. I spent a lot of time walking around, checking out the different booths, checking out the different things that they had on offer. It was an awesome event. I spent some time checking out some lenses as well. And I want to show you some footage of one in particular that I wanted to try out. It's a Samyang video autofocus lens. They have 3 lenses that are matching that you can use your follow focus system to put on if you have to rig up your camera, and that would work very well. The lenses that they had were only for Sony at the moment. Well, there were other brands, but what could work for me on my Z8 with the adapter was the Sony lens, and I tried it out. I ran into an issue where the lighting was changing a lot and I couldn't figure out what's going on. And it seems kind of weird. There was something to do with the auto ISO in the camera. As the camera changed the auto ISO and the lens was changing, I'm guessing its aperture to match, things just kind of got really weird. So through the adapter, didn't work very well. Maybe in a Sony body, which I didn't have with me at the time, maybe it would work better. But it was a pretty nice lens, pretty light. I think it was a 45mm. I forgot which one it was I was trying out. So yeah, it was a nice lens, but I also went over to the Voigtlander booth multiple times. I'll tell you this, I saw they had the 40 1.2. I was looking for the 51.0. I know that's a pricey lens. It's like what, $1,800 US. But that's when they tried out. That's what it was like. But sadly, they didn't have one in stock. But they did have the 40 1.2 and the 35 f2. I tried out both. Now I did take some photographs with the 40mm, which I'm going to show you guys so you can see what it looked like. There was this model there that when I took the shots, I didn't realize the camera was in vivid mode, so things look a bit dark, and I was like, why is her skin not looking right? So later on, when I got the Voigtlander lens and I went back to shoot some shots, what I did was I put the camera in portrait mode to see what it would look like. So check these out.
Pleasure is pain and the pain is pleasure. Grass won't grow with no rainy weather. We keep flipping coins for luck and we're just trying to ease the suffering. Broke a heart first and my own got shattered. Never one tear really ever mattered. World keeps on turning and we all keep learning that even good love feels like drugs.
I prefer the 40 1.2. I already have a 40 f2, which I've used extensively. You see in my last video in Sarawak that I had some photos that was taken with that lens. While I would have loved a 58, they didn't have a 58. The 50 would be too pricey for me. I also went down and tried out a Viltrox lens. Now the Viltrox lens is something a bit different. It was made for the Z mount, but it just didn't feel quite right to me in how its operation was. So yeah, I was surprised how well the 24-120 performed. It's really sharp. It's much sharper than I expected, compared to these other lenses. They're, Voigtlander sharp, but 1.2 you're probably not going to get the sharpest, but still. Back at the Nikon booth, I didn't realize this was the 180-600 that was attached to a ZF. I walked past it multiple times, and it was probably like on the 3rd day when I was there when I realized, wait a second, this new lens that came out. And I was like, oh man, I've been passing this thing. I took some videos and some photos of it. So I tried it out, it looks pretty good, it's smooth. They wouldn't let you take it off the tripod. They would not let you take it off the tripod. I wanted to take it outside and shoot, but I could only mess around with it inside. I don't have any footage from that lens. They just, everybody wanted to touch it, play around with it. So I had a few seconds, maybe 30 seconds or so, that it was kind of free. Took a quick video and then moved on because so many people wanted to look at this stuff. I went back to the ZF and I realized that now they tethered the camera, and they also brought a couple more with the small rig grip on it. I have to tell you something, I like it with the grip. My wife likes the camera overall, but I prefer it with the grip on it. It just feels a lot more substantial. You can hold it better. If I have to put a bigger lens on it, it'll be fine. I did take some videos from the camera because on day 3 I brought my memory card with me, pop it inside the camera, took a few photos and took a couple of videos with it. I did record some video moving around, so I'll show that to you guys right now.
You caught my eye, knew you were mine. Magic hit me like a heart in headlights, and I can't sleep at night with you on my mind. Can't say it gently, need you all the time. And we could keep it low-key, but I think it's better if we put it all on the table. Just come out and say it, say it. Don't wanna take it slow, slow, slow with my love for you.
I'm here at the YL camera event, and I got the Nikon Zf with me. So I bought a memory card. I'm gonna take some photos so I can show you guys what it looks like on the Zf.
I wanna feel it forever. I don't wanna come down, don't wanna take it slow, slow, slow with my love for you, for you, for you, for you. And let it go. All my friends know. Scream from the rooftops how I want you so. And I'm low, 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 low when I'm alone. How did you do it? I'm losing control. And we could keep it low-key, but baby, I don't wanna take it slow, slow, slow with my love for you, you. My love for you. I just wanna go wherever you go to. I'ma do you like the weather. Heart is up in the clouds. I wanna feel it forever. I don't wanna come down, don't wanna take it slow, slow, slow with my love for you, for you, for you, for you. It's so good, it's a fable. Only dreams could make it. Let's put it all on the table. Just come out and say, don't wanna take it slow, slow, slow with my love for you, you, for you. I just wanna go wherever you go to.
From what you're seeing, some of the footage is straight out of the camera. Slight edits. When I first got it, I didn't really pay attention to what it was. I just put the memory card and started recording. And then I realized that it was in 1080. And I was like, oh, really? Come on. And also 120p. So there was one footage that came up pretty good because I had flipped the camera over to N-Log. And I wanted to show that the one you saw with the fairy there, I slowed that down. The color is pretty good. You can edit N-Log any way you want. So I kind of messed around with that. I did see some grain, didn't realize what it was until I checked the information on the footage and saw that the camera was like ISO 2200. I could kick myself. But then again, you're at an event, people mess around with things and they do whatever, you just get it and start to use it. I should have checked it, I didn't check it, but I met a guy there that is a distributor and I'm talking to him. I'm hoping that I can get my hands on one because at this moment I'm not fully decided that I want to get one of these cameras. So I'm hoping that I can get one. It probably won't be until another couple of weeks because of course these things are in short supply. Maybe not. Well, we'll see what happens. I've seen a YouTuber straight out of camera that he's been doing a lot of ZF videos and testing out the camera. You should check out his channel and see what he has because he's basically been testing this thing consistently back to back, different settings and so on. So if I don't get around to it, at least you can check out his channel because he's actively testing it right now so you can see what he's got going on with it and see if you like the camera, if it's something you want to get. I'm still a bit partial to my FX30 because I don't see the stabilization looking the same way. Well, the active stabilization on the FX30 has not been shown by any Nikon camera just yet. So I don't know. I like the camera. I like some of the things that it has. I'm still on the fence. I'm still thinking maybe I should, hang out for Z6 III. In my mind, in these compact bodies, if you're not putting a fan on them, you're gonna have to put more heat sinks in it, and it's gonna make it a bit heavier. The ZF is currently heavier than my FX30, and even though it has a fan, but as we know, Sony cameras are kind of smaller. They're made out of some kind of polycarbonate, some kind of material. They're not metal, or I shouldn't say metal, magnesium alloy like Nikon cameras. So there is that. Overall, I like the camera. I can't say anything bad about it. From what I see, that some annoyances, the screen doesn't flip all the way out, and I think I've seen that on a Sony camera, Canon camera, and I was like, what the heck? Why wouldn't it, flip out and sit flush? It kind of slightly bent off an angle, so it's that 180 degrees. It's probably maybe like 178 or so, but it's noticeable because when you're trying to flip it over and go over, it's like, oh, it almost feels like you're gonna break it off. So keep that in mind if you flip the screen out, that you have that issue. Other than that, the grip, I think everybody, it was a younger generation. If you didn't grow up with film cameras, you want something with a grip because that's what the newer stuff has, and it works better, especially if you're gonna put big rear lens on it. If you're just gonna vlog with it, take some street photos, it's fine. I mean, people are using Leica, and Leica doesn't have a grip on it, so there you go, it'll work fine. And I try to think about it. Maybe that's why the older folks are buying the Leicas, because these are the guys who've been shooting film cameras without a grip from way back in the day. I like the image quality from the Leica. I just, the regular rangefinder type, not really a fan of it, but that's me. I'm pretty sure some of you guys kind of feel the same as well. But again, there are cages you can add to these cameras that you can get, grips on it or handles or whatever. There's so many things you can do to make this camera, work very well. Small rig has, little L bracket with a grip, and they also have a cage for the ZF. So, if you want that, you can do it. I look at it as a good starting point. It has better video, 10-bit internally than the Z6 II. Price point is right, same as Z6 II, but it has a lot more improved technology with the Z6 II. If all your recording is up to 4K 60, and even though it has a crop, I think you'll still be fine utilizing the crop. It's not a big issue with the crop. Just use a wider lens or stand a bit further back from your subject. Not a major thing. Other than that, most people record in 4K 30. Sometimes I'm at 4K 24. I go to 4K 30 from time to time. It depends. So, you're right in that range. If you're 4K 24, the camera is gonna not heat up as much as if you're in 4K 30, 4K 60. Hope you liked the video of this event, and let me know if you have any questions. Put some comments down if you have any questions about the ZF from what you've seen in the videos that I've posted and the photos.
Little bit lost, but it's alright. Even bright lights got a dark side. Even good love feels like drugs.